it's Felicity from Get Your Rock Out, here with a couple of the guys from Dyscarnate. How are you doing today?
Very well,
Yeah,
very good.
thanks.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And you?
Yeah, I'm very well indeed, thank you. We're here at another festival.
Yes.
It's a slightly different scenario. We've got plants. I think this is the first time I've ever interviewed you with plants around.
Well, we're always trying to up the ante all the time.
Didn't you have some kind of crazy tea a couple of times ago as well?
I've got crazy tea this time, actually.
Is it?
I've got some really exciting green tea with peach and cherry blossom.
Very nice. Like style.
Thank you. If you'd like a couple of tea bags later, I'm sure we could.
Maybe I'll get on that.
Who needs beer?
Yeah, exactly.
It was really funny, actually. Last year at Damnation, I had a packet of chamomile tea on the table, and the amount of bands that were coming up being, "Oh, you've got chamomile tea, please could I have a tea bag?"
So painfully death metal, isn't it? It's just...
It was quite brilliant, actually. You should have filmed it, and then I could have used that as some kind of tea promotional.
Yeah, we could have just used it as a music video or something.
You could be endorsed.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so good.
I'd love to be endorsed by Twinings.
Oh, that
You
would
and
be
Stephen
amazing.
Fry like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, totally. Yeah, in more ways than one.
Yeah. Oh.
So, if you're watching, Stephen.
I think he might be. You never know. Stranger things have
All
happened.
walks of life.
Yeah, totally. Probably not got any better to do. Do another episode of QI.
You never know. This could be the start of a whole new career. You could be on QI next. You could make your name as a whatever.
Tea drinker.
Yeah, definitely. I've already done that.
This is ridiculous. Every festival, I'm not having an interview that centres around tea. I'm just not doing it. But I turned up to interview somebody a few months ago, and they were like, "You're the one that likes tea," and I was just like, "Oh, good grief! All the things to be known
You
for.
can't get away
Sadly,
from it.
rock and roll." Yeah. So music, anyway.
Yeah, death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. The last time we spoke to you guys was at Tech Fest, and you've been touring really quite a lot since then. So tell us what you've been up to.
After Tech Fest, we toured UK with Aborted, System Divide, and Acrania. That was just a week around the UK. That was great, actually. Really good fun. All cool bands to tour with. Got on really well, and had a great time. And then Europe after that we did with Psychroptic, Hour of Penance, and Exuma.
Wow.
Yeah,
Or
and
Uxomer, as they became known.
by our Irish sound guy.
Our sound guy, yeah. Just the accents became more and more ridiculous until it became like Uxomer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
how they became known.
that was their tour name. But it was a great tour actually. And some great shows. Some were quieter than others, but overall, it was great fun. Had some good times with the guys. We've toured with them a few times before, Hour of Penance and Psychroptic, so we're good friends with those guys. But it was great, really good.
Good stuff. And of course, we are here at Damnation Festival, and there are some fantastic bands on the bill. So who are you going to actually try and catch, if you manage to catch anybody?
Well, it's probably the same as most people, Carcass, for us. Neither of us have seen them before.
You are the first person who said that today, though.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
You are only the second interview of the day, though,
Wow.
so it's not, yeah.
That's madness. Yeah, no, they pretty much got me into death metal. I'd say, sort of. I've still got sort of. I think I've got some cover I did when I was 15 of Exhumed to Consume on my computer still somewhere. But I totally got. Yeah, they've really got me into the heavier stuff, really, I suppose. But but I've never had a chance to catch them live, so well keen for that.
Definitely. Cult of Luna as well. Heard loads of great things about them live, so hoping to catch them if we can. I mean, we haven't sort of paid too much attention, I guess, to the lineup. We're just sort of going to enjoy ourselves and just wander around, see who's playing. There's 4 stages, so we're just going to see who's on and just check it out as we go, really.
I think we've been so busy as well with a couple of tours and then coming home and working an awful lot and catching up at home, and Damnation's kind of crept up on us a bit. We sort of just went in the last couple of days. Oh right, so what's the plan for Damnation then? We're sort of just working it all out pretty quick. But
It's November already. It doesn't seem like it should. It's just like, what?
Exactly.
Yeah, quite terrifying.
Yeah.
Actually. It's nearly Christmas. It's like 6 weeks till Christmas?
Is it?
Something ridiculous. It must be, mustn't it? Because it's maybe 7 weeks, but it's not long. It's horrible.
Man alive.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was still summer until a couple of
Yeah,
weeks ago, and I went out and I was
then
in
realised there was a storm.
Yeah, it just doesn't work actually. No, which was a shame.
Yeah.
But you'd been doing quite a lot of touring lately. Is there kind of any kind of release on the cards at any point soon? Are you thinking about the next record?
Yeah, we are. We've begun writing already. We have done slowly over the last. Well, for the whole of this year, we've been slowly writing, but we haven't had much time because of all the touring. Obviously, since we came back from tour, that's sort of been our focus. Really, started writing and trying to get it out there for recording at the mid part of next year, and then releasing at the end of the year or the start of 2015, I guess.
We just started to sign this new deal with CGV Media Records again. They've been our label for a long time, and they've just partnered with Century Media. So hopefully we'll have a bit of again more of a broadened base to get out to when the new album comes out. So that'd be cool. So, I'd imagine, like Tom says, middle of next year or so, something like that, we'll be putting something out with any luck.
Hopefully, yeah.
Really very exciting indeed. You guys, you have kind of risen through the ranks very, very quickly with what you've done, and the kind of audiences, people just absolutely seem to love you. What kind of advice would you give to people trying to break through into the industry nowadays? Apart from don't, obviously.
Yeah, be prepared to kind of, sacrifice an awful lot for it.
Yeah, but it's definitely, it's not something, I want to start a death metal band and then expect to, be at the top or with the bands that you listen to straight away. We've been doing it for playing live as the lineup we have now, for the best part of 6 or 7 years, 8 years. It's just still a short career in terms of a lot of big bands and stuff like that. But in that 6 years we have come a long way. But in the grand scheme of things, we're still a very small band at the end of the day. So it's not like it's not easy. If you really want it, then keep going and do what you want to do. Don't worry about trying to follow a trend, because trends always come and go and they die. So
there's a bit more to it than sort of buying 1 million Facebook likes and selling some brightly coloured T-shirts.
Yeah. Hands do that, really.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
I think sort of it's all about grafting and really touring an awful lot and getting out there with bands in your scene and making connections and networking and stuff like that, and just working awfully hard. Really, I think that's what getting a hardcore fan base is all about. It's easy enough to get some kid on Facebook to click like, but there's a bit more to it than that. Yeah, for us, I guess.
And who are you keeping your eye on at the moment, band-wise? Kind of who's up and coming at the moment?
For me, Chapters have just put out their new album, and they sent me a copy of that the other week, and it's just been in my car non-stop pretty much. Love it. Such a lot of variation. It's really different to anything that's come out of the UK for quite a while, and they're big on my list, those guys. Yeah.
There's another UK band, death metal band. I don't know if they're planning to play live or not, but the studio stuff they put out is a band called Cognizance.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of a technical death metal band, kind of in the vein of sort of the Faceless and stuff like that. But they're sounding really good. And Matt's been speaking to the guys from them a little while.
Yeah, awesome, sick band.
Yeah, it's sounding really good. So maybe they might sort of be making a wave at some point. I don't know. But
yeah, they've just brought a CD out pretty recently, and that's gotten a lot of play from I guess all of us as well. Yeah, it's sick.
Good stuff. No, I've not heard of them. That is definitely one to add to the list. Thank you. It's fantastic. And the next kind of 6 months or so, what are you going to be doing?
Mainly just writing, because it's been, all the touring and the shows we played this year. It keeps every time we sort of, have a tour, the writing goes on hold for us. So we want to just take a bit of time and really knuckle down and get the writing done. Really try and hit hard so we can release it as soon as possible. We don't want to wait too much longer. So
it's kind of taking its toll though. It's taking us quite a lot longer than we'd like, maybe, just because we don't want to write the same album again. It'd be easy enough for us to write, and so it came to pass again, just because obviously we've already done it. But we're trying to do something.
That's what we call it. So it came to pass again.
Yeah.
Desperate times, you could just do that. You could. I'm sure you could bring out some good PR stunt with it. It'll be fantastic. Do you not tend to write much when you're on tour?
Not really, no. We could bring our laptops and our sort of, and set up and do some recording, but I don't know if our head would be in it. Maybe if we were, more established and were touring loads and loads. We do have a lot of downtime as well, but, maybe we would, but...
Even when we've got downtime, though, we're normally so knackered because we've not slept, or we've, been sat on a ferry, or we've had a 25-hour drive, or we're drunk or hungover, or both.
It's just excuses. We're just lazy.
Yeah.
We should write on tour. That's the bottom line.
Well, some bands do, and some bands just don't. I think some bands, tend to do all their writing on tour when they're all together, and some just can't work like that at all. It's very.
It's not really something we've really thought about, but maybe if we release this album and then for the next one after that, perhaps maybe we would think about that sort of thing. But yeah, it's definitely in the. It's all go for the writing, basically. So,
exciting times. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having a chat to us today. As always, it has been an utter pleasure.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that we'll run into you at a festival at some point within the next few months.
Definitely.
We seem to be on a pattern on this. This is the third one this year. So.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much, guys. And
Thank
see
you very
soon.
much. Cheers.